Okay, so now let's talk about some other render options as well. Now, if I go to my render tab, you'll notice it says batch. Now, we have one here called RenderBot. That's coming soon. So don't worry about this one. But batch rendering, what batch rendering allows you to do is set up all kinds of cameras, animations, whatever, and render them all in sequence very quickly and easily. So for example, let's talk first about camera presets. I can come in here at any place and I can hit P for preset, and I can come over here to my view preset and I can basically set the camera wherever I want. I can say add a new preset, and let's call it outfit full 3/4, like this. Okay. Now what it's going to do is it's going to, as soon as I choose, it's going to basically take a snapshot. Where's the camera? What's all the camera settings? What are all the model settings? What is the transforms? And it basically, I set that, and now that camera preset is basically baked, right? I could always update it, so I could actually bring it like right here, and I could say set, and now it takes everything from here. But I want to go back here and say set like this, okay? So that's outfit full 3/4. Now, I can always reapply it, so I could just go apply, boom, it comes right back to it like this. Okay. Now this will work with any scene. So if I come over to like, let's do this bright studio with lighting, do this, whatever, I say apply, boom, it goes right back to that. And the reason why is because it's storing all of the information for where the camera is and where the model is, so that it can always go back to that. Now where this is really powerful is when you use that auto frame to, if you check auto frame on, you can use this camera with anything you bring in here, and it will always look like this. It will always frame it correctly. So super cool capability to be able to do that. It also keyframes all of the camera properties. So if I hit C, go back into visual effects, you'll notice I have all this like bloom and chromatic aberration and all this stuff. So I could actually pull these back and just say I don't want any of this stuff in the render now, right, like that. Say set, and now it sets all that stuff as well. So all of this, everything here, all the transforms for the object, and then also all the camera stuff as well. So now I can just say set, I can just spin around wherever I want to, and I can say apply. So I went ahead and set up a few different cameras, and these come with stage. There's a front, back, left, right. They're all set up for you. But if I want to come in and render a bunch of views of this, let's go to the sweep scene. Okay, let's turn on 3-point lighting. And then let's go to render batch. Now, in the batch render system, I can tell it, I can override everything in here with this, or at least these things with this. So you have your global settings, and these settings are also available inside of the job right here. Okay, but I'm just going to say I want all of them to go to this folder, this rendering folder on my desktop. I want all of the resolutions to be 1000 by 1000, and I want the movie resolution to be 1920 by 1080. So now what I can do is I can create a job. Now I already did it with these ones, but I'm going to click Add Render Job and name this My Cool Shot, like that. It is a still, not a movie, okay? And I can open this up and I can say, okay, the resolution, that's going to be overridden by this. The render config, I can leave it there. Do I want alpha in it? Path tracer, auto frame? Yeah, let's tick on auto frame for this one. Now this is where it gets really cool. I can change the scene, so I could do it in the scene that I'm in, but I could also do it in any of the other ones that I have downloaded. I could also change the lighting, so I could use any lighting that I have in here. And then I can also change the view preset. So where's the one that I just did here, where it was called outfit full 3/4. There it is right there. The output file doesn't matter because it's going to be overridden right here. Okay. So now I could actually do this in this My Cool Shot. I'm just going to use the current for these, but what I could do is duplicate it and then come in here and change the lighting. So we're going to go with like butterfly lighting, and then we'll go with, let's see here, the scene. We're going to go with let's see here, dark studio with lighting. There we go. Okay, so I changed those two, and now I'm just going to rename this My Shot 2. I'm going to get a front, back, left, right, and then 2 of those other ones in this output folder at this still resolution. Now I can also add a movie. So if I click on here, I'll call it Hero. What did I call it? Outfit Hero or Night Hero or Night Shot, whatever it was. Doesn't really matter. That's just the name of the job so you can remember. It's going to be overridden by this. That's fine. I don't need any of this. All this stuff is good, but the view preset now, here's all of the, oh, I didn't switch it to movie. Switch it to movie. There we go. I want it 60 frames a second. I want all of these. I'm going to change the animation to night shot like that, and that's all I'm going to do. And then we'll just name it like night shot like that. Now, the other thing I just forgot to do is if I go into my stills, you'll notice that there's no name here. And so it's going to be like, I don't know what to name this thing, right? So right here, if you hover over it, you'll notice these little hints. I could just put in like curly bracket and then view preset. So right, curly bracket view underscore preset. Curly bracket like that. Okay? And then I could do curly bracket scene like this. So what it's going to do now is when it renders, it's going to name it the view preset. So it's going to be called this view preset, and then the scene is going to be sweep. Okay, so that's all taken care of, and I have the naming for all these other ones in here, left, you know, that kind of stuff. So right there. Okay, so now I'm just going to hit render, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to do this locally. Just hit render. Now it's going to be front, back, right, left. There's my 3/4, and we're done. And then it's going to load and do the animation as well. There's my hero animation, just like that. Okay, so that's how fast that worked. Now, if I come back over to my folder, you'll notice I have all those images. So I have front, back, left, right, all this stuff, front, back, left, right. Oops, I'm going the wrong order here. You can see how quickly that did it. And so what it did, now it'll play that. See, there you go. Okay. So really quickly, I can just batch render all of that stuff super fast. Now, if I bring in another object, I can just click on batch render and say go again, and it'll do it. So tons of opportunity to automate in batch rendering, and there's so many options that you can dive into and really kind of figure out. But that's the quick way to get into batch rendering.